Hey guys, good morning. This is Diary of a Coach, episode 255. Diary of a Coach, episode 255. How are you this morning? How is it going? Today's episode is titled, Now That Your Child is Obese. Now that your child is obese. This is not to forget that this is the week of praise giving. This is the week of praise giving. And while we're still giving in the attitude of praise giving, let's talk about some realities. This conversation today is inspired by my early morning chat with the early years educator and the founder of Loving Arms Center, Child Care Center in Abuja, Mrs. Ochuku Adegoke. I had a chat with her very early this morning, and I noticed on her status she was talking about obese children and obesity, and I replied on one of the statuses. I said, this has been giving me a concern actually. In the last many weeks, I can't count how many weeks, when I go out, maybe I'm in a park or I'm in a public place or I'm in a training or I go to a school, I see children obese. Like I see children disproportionately bigger than they should be. And it's quite a cause of concern for me. So she was educating me as we were chatting this morning. She said, as a founder of an early years school, she found out that parents will pack sweeteners, Capri Sun, and all these snacks, large quantities in the kids' daily pack to school. And if this is all the kids binge on every day, of course the calories will go up. Of course, the implication is the weight. She said in her own center, they return this back to the parents. They say, no, we're not allowing you give these children Capri Sun and all these sweeteners, especially out of portion. Parents just load these children with these things. The children go to school with these things, come back home, still take from the house, eat. They're always drinking Capri Sun, always eating sweeteners, sweet biscuits and all those things you guys give those children. I don't know them. So it looks like we're compensating the children for our absence by indulging their obesity. And when I was asking her, so what's the way forward? She said in her school, she insists that parents must give children food, proper food and water to come to school with. They insist. No snacks, no junk, proper food, boiled yam, rice, beans, potatoes, plantains, proper food and water. Give them to come to school with it. That some parents say, no, they don't eat. That's why we're giving them this one. I say, no, leave it like that. Leave it to us. They will eat. She sent me a screenshot of a parent who was appreciating her for helping her child to eat. And she told me that, coach, children will eat. If you let them know that this is what the option is, they will eat it. But when they know that they can ride on your emotions, they will try to leverage on it. How many of us know that children can be very manipulative? If you never knew, you heard it from here. And if you've got children or you've dealt with children before, you can be sure that you know. I have 2 daughters. I know what it means. I've met children and I know what it looks like. They will study you and take advantage of the areas where you are trying to be nice and trying to be considerate and trying to be weak. They will leverage on it. So if you know your child is not obese yet, this is a good time to censor what they eat. Sometimes it can be so disheartening. We are stressing these children already. I saw a statistics on Mrs. Adekoke's status. It says obese children have a tendency to become obese adults. Obese children have a tendency to be obese adults. And you need to understand that the way we groom them, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. It is not only in good things. The way we wrongly train up a child is how they will grow old and they will not be able to depart from it. The goal is to train them in a right way so that when they grow old, they won't depart from the right way. But when we train them in the wrong way, giving them overindulgent food, overindulgent TV, overindulgent play time, overindulgent, anything you overindulge them, when they grow older, it becomes a problem. So, what if your child is already obese? You have already made them used to eating. They are always eating. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to sit down with the child and define new rules. Auntie, uncle, these are the new rules of eating. Before this time, you cannot eat. After this time of the day, you cannot eat. For instance, your children eat late night. A few days ago, my first daughter, at about 10 o'clock, they had done their hair and all that, and she picked food to eat at about 10 o'clock. I looked at her, I said, when did we start that? When did we start eating by 10 o'clock? When that should be, when they are on holidays, their bedtime is 10 p.m. When they are not on holidays, their bedtime is 9 p.m. Now they are on holidays, so bedtime was supposed to be 10 p.m. And that was when she was going to get food. And I said, it cannot happen. Drop that plate and go to sleep. If we don't set these boundaries, we will indulge anything. And we'll just be eating, and then they are blowing up. It's a sign of good living. It's not a sign of good living. We're putting these children in harm's way. We're putting them in troubled ways. You know why? Because when you're obese, your heart works harder. Your organs work harder. Your kidney works harder. Your lung, I think, works harder. Your heart especially, that I know, works harder. So it takes more effort to pump blood and get working. Why are we putting these children at such a risk at such a young age? We shouldn't do that. So if you know that your child is obese, I beg you, it's not something to be ashamed of. Seek professional help. Seek professional help. Make sure that you speak to a child counselor or an early years expert or someone that relates with children. Let them advise you how can they help you so that your child can reduce their weight. Don't indulge these children. Let us create a healthy system where we discipline them, where we teach them, where we groom them in the directions that teaches them self-discipline. How would your child build a disciplinary behavior when they don't see you enforce it? You're always afraid that your child will be moody. You're always afraid that your child will frown. You're always afraid that your child will not be happy with you. They don't have to always be happy with you for the things that you are teaching them to do. Sometimes my daughters will frown. Daddy, I could just come on my face. I know they even see your frown. What it concern me with you? You have to do some things. But some of us are too, I don't know. It's not love. Don't say you love your children. That is not love. That is misplaced love. You are hurting them. We were at a birthday party on Sunday, and a particular parent, they were serving snacks and food and all that, and it was a buffet. As they were serving the food, a child was served food and meat, and apparently the meat was too small. And the mother went back and said, give him another meat. He must collect another meat in public at a party that you didn't pay for. Like, okay, what's the sense of entitlement around give him another meat? He must collect another meat. And I'm like, oh, wow. So the child grows into adulthood, attends a party, and is going to start fighting for what he did not pay for, and claiming some rights and entitlement on things that are meant to be privileges, or is it even privileges? What are we doing to our children? Why? Why are we doing that? On Sunday, my daughters and I were visiting a family friend, and she gave them a bale of money as Christmas gift and gave them gift and all that. And my daughters were saying, thank you, ma, thank you. And I looked at them and I said, when did we stop curtsying to say thank you? The culture is to curtsy and say thank you. When did we stop that culture? And I asked them, I said, at this age, am I supposed to be teaching you some of these things after we have repeatedly learnt it? If we as parents don't stand our grounds to insist on cultural development for the children, we will reap the fruits of our mistakes. Very, very important. So today's episode is very critical towards parenting. Parents must sit up. Parents must sit up. A friend of mine yesterday in Canada sent me some screenshots of that has Yoruba writing, and I was reading, and she was like, oh, I'm so impressed that you read Yoruba very well. I said, yes, I even write Yoruba very well. Guess what she said? She said, well, with the kind of parents that you have, I'm not surprised. My parents panel beated us, if there's a word like that. While we sometimes think they went too far, the truth is that it paid off. I'm not saying you should beat your children. I don't even beat my children. Before I even lay my hands on my children, themselves they know say no. They don't pass. Be careful. I don't beat my children. So I'm not even saying beat children. It's not about spanking or no spanking or beating or no beating. No, that's not the issue. The issue is, are you able to stand your ground when you know that they need to learn some things? We are raising obese children. We are raising indisciplined children. We are raising entitled children. We're raising children that are disobedient. We're raising children that are rude and impolite. They don't know basic life rules, like thank you, like I'm sorry, like okay, I'll work on it, like okay, thank you for the feedback. We need to get our acts together, people, and it's very important. Mr. Iden says, this is so true. I had to stamp my feet this morning with my children. I insisted they take rice and stew instead of what they were suggesting to me. That way they know they don't call the shot. Bam. Simple. My daughters had something happened over the weekend, and we were supposed to go for ice cream. I told them, well, I'm sorry, the repercussion for this goof is no ice cream. In my heart, I wanted to let them enjoy ice cream. But my head, I said, no, let me communicate something. Sometimes we deny them some benefits, not out of wickedness. We deny them some benefits just to make a statement that, you know what, when you miss the point, I will respond with a consequence. They must learn consequence management. And this issue of food, we need to watch it. We need to watch it. Having an obese child is stressful to the child. And please, I'm not saying go and start shaming the child. Don't body shame your child. Don't start saying, look at you, big for nothing. You're just adding weight. No. In fact, that will psychologically finish them. You as a parent must take responsibility for even allowing them get to that point. So you must first and foremost practice the discipline you want to show your child. And then because it is you that permitted it, it is not their fault. So don't go trying to judge them and shame them and make them feel like they are ugly and make them feel like they are misplaced. It is you that should start working on yourself. Draw them close, sit with them, discuss this conversation and say, my baby, your weight may not help you. Your heart will be overstressed. Your organs may be stressed up, and I want you to be a healthy child. So, because I want you to be a healthy child, we need to work around your eating plan. This is what you will be doing moving forward. I'm not suggesting it. I'm not asking for your feedback. I am telling you, my child, this is what you will start eating, and this is how you will start eating so that you will be a healthy child. I don't want my child to be sick. Sell that to them. They will understand where you're coming from. Then they can give it a support. And then you can work on it. Within 21 days, 90 days, you will see a lot of changes. In fact, I know children need sugar. I know they say children need sugar. But we also know that sugar is a major contributor to weight. So you need to create a balance. Maybe you should find healthy sugar. I am not a nutritionist. I think you should talk to a nutritionist. They can give you healthy sugar that is in food. They will recommend food that has healthy sugar that you can administer to your children so that they don't just take sugar that is going to be making them big for the size they don't want. So please speak with a nutritionist, speak with a child psychologist, speak with the right authorities. Mine is to advise you that I'm seeing too many obese children and we need to tackle it immediately. That is my job. But I'm not a professional to tell you what to eat, what not to eat. It's not my calling. I don't have that skill set. Please talk to whom you need to talk to. But I think a nutritionist looks like the best bet in this case. So please, let's get our acts together. Let us raise healthy children. Bodily healthy, mentally healthy, physically healthy, spiritually healthy, emotionally healthy. To the best of your ability. You are not perfect, yeah? And you can't do everything, yeah? But to the best of your own ability, do what you can. Thank you for watching Diary of a Coach. And I appreciate you. Please, our children don't need to be obese. Watch your child. If the age of the child does not look like the weight of the child, I beg, do something. Please. If your child is unnecessarily bigger than their age, do something. If your child is unnecessarily underweight compared to their age, please do something. Thank you very much. This is episode 255 of Diary of a Coach. And it's the week of praise giving. So we thank God for this opportunity to share these ideas with you. And I want to thank you too. God bless you so much for standing with me. I appreciate you. I see my boss is really on fire. Folake Vogan Agumbiade. I salute you, boss. Idenyi, thank you so much for being there always, my brother. Yusuf Abba, I see you. My daddy, Andy Iheme, good to see you, sir. I really love you. Stellion Sopka, good to see you. Abasiono Anuli Obodo, thank you for joining. Adekunle Abiodun Adedayo, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Deme, good to see you. I see Lola Aneke is on. Thank you so much. John Akim Osheni, Baba, good to see you, my brother. He says, wow, great topic. A lot of parents are indulgent when it comes to raising children. May God help us to get it right. We'll keep trying our best until we really, really succeed. Thank you so much. Folake says, healthy children are wealthy children. Bam, bam, bam. Perfect feedback on that. So thank you so much for watching Diary of a Coach. If you have a parent that needs to hear this thing, please share it. I think many parents need to hear it. Many parents need to watch this episode. So if you don't mind, please share this episode so that more parents get to watch it. Or if you can, tag someone on the comment section. Let them watch this episode. If you know a person that has a child, let them watch this. And if you know someone that relates with children, let them watch this. And if you know someone whose children are obese, you can't tell them. Just tag them here. They will understand. Namaste, people, and God bless you. Bye for now.